Welcome to Insidious Inc., the channel where nightmares find a home and your curiosity might just cost you everything. Have you ever heard of a ritual so old, so precise, that just one wrong move could tie something to you forever? Tonight's story is about a dare, a street, and a hitchhiker who doesn't need a ride, just a way in. And whatever you do, don't speak his name. It all started as a joke, one of those creepy urban legends that gets passed around in whispers behind locker doors or late-night sleepovers. Butter Street wasn't even on most maps anymore. It was a short, crumbling road, tucked between two industrial zones on the edge of town, overgrown, half forgotten, and barely wide enough for one car. But what made it famous wasn't its isolation. It was a ritual. There was an old post online, looked like it had been copied and pasted 100 times. No one knew who wrote it first. It didn't read like a typical creepypasta. It reads more like a set of instructions. It had rules, steps, warnings, and everyone who knew the legend agreed on one thing, that if you screwed it up, you wouldn't get a second chance. I wasn't a believer. I'd always loved horror, but I treated it like fiction. Until my best friend Evan dared me to try it. "You said you don't believe in that stuff," he said. "So prove it. Drive down Butter Street, follow the steps, show me it's all fake." He sent me a link, an old forum post buried deep in some forgotten thread. The kind of place where usernames are just numbers, and every reply is someone warning not to try it. It didn't read like a story. It was more like a manual, like something meant to be taken seriously. I wish I never said yes. It was a cold, damp Friday night, with fog clinging to the pavement like spiderwebs. My headlights struggling to pierce through it, and the trees on either side seeming to lean in, as if they were eavesdropping. I followed the directions exactly. Go alone. Arrive between 1 and 2 a.m. Turn off all electronics, no phones, no radios. Drive exactly 11 miles per hour, not 10, not 12. Do not speak, not a word. And when you see him, do not stop. Do not pick him up. Do not make eye contact. That was easy enough, right? But it looked like it had been forgotten by time. Cracked asphalt, crooked signs, and thick woods on both sides. No houses, no lights, just silence. And something else. A feeling. Like the whole road was holding its breath. I turned off my phone and dropped it in the glove box. Checked the dash. It was 1:43 a.m. I eased the car forward, keeping it steady at 11 miles per hour. It was slower than I expected. Agonizing. The car hummed softly beneath me. The only sound in a world that felt too quiet. A few minutes passed. I didn't see anything. No movement. No figures. Then all of a sudden, something changed. It was subtle at first. The trees seemed to lean in. The fog thickened. The air inside the car grew colder, like the vents were blowing ice. But the AC was off. I gripped the wheel tighter. My breath fogged the windshield. Then, movement. On the right side of the road, just ahead. There he was. Tall, thin, wearing a long torn coat and a hat that shadowed most of his face. He stood perfectly still, one hand hanging at his side, the other raised, thumb out, hitchhiking. My instinct screamed at me to slow down, to look at him, to speak. But I remembered the rules. Do not stop, do not pick him up, do not make eye contact. So I kept driving with my eyes locked on the road. Except, I didn't pass him. I checked the rear view mirror. It was empty. Then, without thinking, I glanced to my right. He was right outside the passenger window, walking alongside the car, step for step. Not running, not struggling, just keeping up. And he was staring directly at me. His face, God, his face wasn't human. It looked like it had been stitched together from old wax and wet leather. His eyes were too wide, too reflective, like they were catching light that wasn't there. His mouth was open just enough to reveal teeth, long, uneven, and sharp. I squeezed my lips shut so hard I felt my jaw ache. I didn't blink. I didn't breathe. Then immediately he smiled. The lights in my car dimmed. The engine spluttered. The headlights flickered, and for one horrifying second everything went black. Then the engine roared back to life, but the figure was gone. I don't remember driving home. Not that I can really remember. All I remembered was pulling into my driveway and sitting in the car for what felt like hours. When I opened the glove box, my phone was back on, but the screen was cracked, and there was a photo on it. I hadn't taken any pictures, but there it was, a blurry image. Me, in the car, and him, sitting in the back seat. I dropped the phone like it burned me. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't even go inside right away. I just sat there in the driveway, with engine off, heart thudding in my throat, watching the rearview mirror like he might still be there, just out of frame, just beyond sight. The next day I tried to convince myself it was some kind of glitch, a prank Evan had set up. Maybe he planted the photo somehow. But no matter how much I wanted to believe that, deep down I knew it wasn't a joke. And then things got worse. I started seeing him, not just on Butter Street, but everywhere, in crowds, in reflections, standing just at the edge of my vision. I'd turn to look, and he'd be gone, but I could feel him, that cold air, that electric pressure behind my eyes, that sense that someone was staring straight through me. At first I didn't say anything. I didn't want to sound crazy, but Evan noticed. "You look like crap," he told me. "You still freaked out from the other night?" I told him about the photo, the face, the smile. He laughed. Then his face fell. I didn't think you'd actually do it." I blinked. "Wait, what?" "I mean, I dared you, sure, but I didn't think you'd really go through with it. Dude, I read that thing when I was 13. You're not supposed to finish the drive. You're supposed to chicken out." I stared at him. That would have been great information before I summoned something. He didn't laugh that time. That night, I went to bed with every light on, the door locked, salt at the windows, and a crucifix on the nightstand. But none of that mattered. At 1:44 a.m., the same time I had driven down Butter Street, I woke up to find the air heavy and still, and my room unnervingly quiet. I didn't hear footsteps or whispering, just breathing, low, wet, like wind through rotted lungs. I sat up slowly, and that's when I saw it. A foggy handprint on the inside of my window from the second floor. I ran out of my room, straight down the stairs and into the yard. I didn't care about rules anymore. I didn't care about safety. I just wanted out. But the street was empty. The window was still shut, like it had never happened. I tried to move on after that. I really did. I saged the house. I burned everything from that night. My clothes, my phone, even the damn flashlight. Still, he kept showing up. In reflections, dreams. And then, 2 nights ago, Evan disappeared. He left a voicemail around 1:30 a.m. Just heavy breathing followed by one sentence. He got in. No one's seen him since. His room was locked from the inside, his car still in the driveway. Gone, like he was never there. They'll never believe me. Not the police, not even his parents, but I know the truth. The Butter Street hitchhiker doesn't just follow you, he waits. He learns. And when the time's right, he takes your place, wears your face, sleeps in your bed, smiles at your friends like nothing happened. So if you see him, tall with his hat low and thumb raised, don't stop, don't look, and whatever you do, don't let him in. As some rituals aren't meant to be completed, some legends are warnings disguised as dares, and some roads lead straight into something you'll never return from. Thank you for watching Insidious Inc. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you're out late, don't pick up hitchhikers, even if they smile, even if they look like you, because they're not, and they never were.